What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my review on the Season 1 finale of the MTV series Scream. Let's get this party started. Okay, so spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the Season 1 finale of MTV Scream yet, they'll probably be posting it on the MTV website soon, but I'm not sure if they'll have it up by tonight, but until they do, spoiler alert, and yeah, because I'm going to be saying who the killer is, because we find out who the killer is in this episode. So episode 10 was entitled Revelations, and it picks up immediately after episode 9 at the dance. And at the dance, they see the sheriff, him tied to a tree, projected on the dance projector where they're having the dance at. And Emma's mom, Daisy, or Maggie, gets a call that Seth has escaped, but the crime scene looks like it's staged. Emma and her mom find the clue on the dead bodyguard's body at the police station. They find a locket. Well, it's not a locket, but it's like a necklace that Brandon James made for Daisy. They find it shoved down his throat and everything, and then that reveals that where Sheriff Clark is. Daisy, or Maggie, says that Sheriff Clark must be at the old house then. They finally arrive at the old house, and they find Sheriff Clark tied to the tree and everything. They untie the ropes, but then when they do, all of Sheriff Clark's guts fall out and Sheriff Clark dies right away. So I was definitely right about him dying. I didn't think he was a killer, but I was definitely right about him dying. But then, now I'm not going to talk about everything that happens in this episode. Eventually there's a party at Brooke's house. All the guests leave when they see a boy there, dead, that the killer killed off screen. Audrey gets attacked by the killer. And then, eventually, Emma, Kieran, and Noah show up there. Piper was supposed to come too, but they find her car, and they find blood by her car, and they worry about Piper. Also, Brooke got attacked, and, as I said, spoiler alert, Brooke actually survived. The killer was chasing after her while she was in her home, and she hid inside a box. She hid inside the freezer that her dad put the body in. And the killer tried stabbing through the freezer with the blade, trying to stab her, and he actually sliced up her arm really bad. But then he plugged in the freezer and was trying to freeze her to death inside, and she was screaming and everything. And I was actually really hoping that she wasn't going to die, and I was like, oh no, don't kill Brooke, and I'm kind of glad that she didn't die, but there were way too many survivors left at the end. The only people who actually died in this episode were Sheriff Clark, the random boy who gets killed at the party, and Piper. Those were the only 3 people who died during this episode. Is that all of them? Yeah, that is all of them. So no one else died besides them. Well, and the guard, but he died in episode 9. Seth also survived, and Seth wasn't the killer. The killer was Piper, and we actually found out that Piper was the one who was the long-lost daughter of Emma, and Brandon James was her father. She was actually the killer. We found that out by the lake. Emma shot her, and so did Audrey shoot her. But the shocking twist is, Audrey was actually helping Emma with the killings and everything, but Audrey got away with it because no one ever found out. They pinned it all on Piper, but Audrey got away with it. And that was shocking, but I felt like, oh yeah, I probably should have knew that. Because I was guessing it could be Audrey, but I thought it might just be too obvious, though. But, yeah, it was Audrey. I thought the series was really good. I thought they were trying to shift away from the whole whodunit genre, but I was a little disappointed, because I really wanted it to be the ghost of Brandon James, but obviously it wasn't, so yeah, but it doesn't matter. I still enjoyed the series. I liked all the action and everything. And Season 1 was really good, and I'm really excited for Season 2. Not sure what's going to happen in Season 2. I'm not even sure if it's going to take place in the same town. I'm pretty sure it's not going to take place in the same town. I think it's going to have different characters and everything. Probably a whole different storyline, just still with the Scream Killer on the loose. Or with the same mask from the Scream series. Well, they're definitely going to use the same mask. That's what I think. It would be weird for them to change it up. But there's one thing we never learned. Who was really responsible for the 1994 Lakewood murders? We never found that out at all. And yeah, I thought that was kind of sad that they never learned who we never really learned who was responsible, but it could have been Brandon James himself. He probably could have been crazy, since he had a crazy daughter. But, oh well. And also, Detective Lorraine was actually right. Towards the end, I actually thought that she would come back and it would actually be her as one of the killers. But when I say she was actually right about Audrey being the killer, because Audrey really was helping them kill everyone. I think if Season 2 follows the same story from Season 1, I think the group is eventually going to find out that Audrey had something to do with the killings. That's what I think. Also, don't forget to go back and watch a few of my old videos I posted about the older episodes of Season 1 of MTV Scream, because some of you might think it might be interesting to go back and thought what I predicted back then, because after the first episode, I actually thought Emma was going to die because she was the first girl to get a call from the killer. But I was definitely wrong about that. So, yeah, don't forget to check those out, too. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share your thoughts on everything I talked about. Did you like the way the Season 1 of the MTV Scream series ended? Let me know in the comments section. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram. And that's it. So, peace out, people, and thank you for watching.